Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Good Night Meditation. This is Kanupriya from Peace Village Learning and Retreat Center of the Brahma Kumaris. And today we will be talking about the constant zero. Um, at the end of the day, there is already so many thoughts. There are already so many thoughts that are on our mind. Mind is as if scattered in various things that we have done, various interactions that we have had, and as if the mind has gone into sort of expansion and mind is distributed in many, many things. But as we come towards the end of the day, we would like to um, come to the state of zero, as if withdraw from everything external and very um, appropriate time for us to merge all that expansion into um, this zero state, what we call. And to come into this state, that is the first step, to come to that zero step, to merge. And the other step is to make it constant. And that is why we call it the constant zero. So to keep up with that state of being zero. Now, what do we mean by zero, first of all, right? And how and when can we be constant zeros? Now we need a reference for this, and the best reference that we have is uh, what we call the constant zero, someone who is constantly in that state of clarity, someone who's constantly in truth. Now, this point of light we call the supreme being of light, the divine, is the one who is constantly zero, because he is someone who's in clarity, who's in truth always. And he's in truth. He knows that the expansion is just temporary, and would not last, is not important. The expansion, everything that is happening in that expansion, in that physical world of matter. And when um, coming into the awareness of the non physical and staying in that awareness, one becomes zero in everything. And that zero state is what we can relate to, is a state where there is zero desires. First of all, looking like a zero, right? Just that point of light, the dot. And uh, zero state of desires, there is absolutely no vibration of any need or want from anyone, anything. There is, because there is no state of being needing anything, then there is also a state where there are no complaints, no expectations from anything or anyone. And so, whatever happens then in that world of expansion, that physical world, is completely acceptable the way it is. So, there is a happiness which emanates from whatever is happening in the world, because in the physical world, because one is connected to the world beyond, and constantly seeing that expansion, the world of expansion, uh, as just zero, right? Meaning the value is zero, no importance, from the perspective of that point of light who is looking like a zero as well. So we'll be experimenting with this and playing with these thoughts in our meditation. And to meditate, we can choose any comfortable sitting posture, keeping the body and the mind alert, body in a relaxed state. And we observe the thoughts in the mind. Many thoughts. Of whatever happened during the day. We label them as expansion. And with focus of the mind, we merge the expansion into a tiny dot, the state of being zero. And that tiny dot is the one that belongs to the world beyond, the world of expansion. The world of expansion is constantly changing. And so we are aware that it's temporary, has no value, because whatever is there in that world of expansion has zero value. Will shift. So we focus our attention on that which is constant. The world beyond is constant. In that world beyond is the constant zero state. We come into the experience of the constant zero state, which is a state where there is zero desire, zero need, of anything, of anyone, of any words, any gesture, zero desire of any objects, zero state. And there is no need, because this zero state in its truth, in reality, is complete and perfect by itself, full. The constant zero, who can see his own beauty and perfection, lacking nothing. So secure in his own imperishable and constant state of just being zero, point of light. No association with that world of expansion which includes this character Kanupriya. No association, no mixing. Point of light, the zero. We as if shine light on this zero state by making it constant. And connecting with the world that is constant. In this world beyond the home, the spiritual home of this point of light. Nothing changes ever. It is a world that is constantly silent. Zero noise, zero sound. It is a world of light. Zero darkness. It's full light. Full light gives clarity. Clarity to see one's own truth, being the constant zero. The zero has no weight. Feel the lightness of being the zero. It is in our hands to be in this state. Zero sorrow. Constant state of happiness. Because of one's own fullness. No comparison, no push or pull from that world of expansion. Just constantly being in that world of light. So for the rest of the evening, we stay in this state of being constant, zero. Drop the expansion. Make this important, this whole world beyond. Giving value to this point. not to the character, the role, not to anything in this world of expansion, the physical world. Experiment with this. And see the perspective of being that constant zero. Thank you, and hope you all have a very good evening. And we'll see you again.